she lukewarm, gotta pick a side. Who am I? True Jesus saint.
Over there, I'm Jabez. By the way, what's your name? Jackie. And you say you're 17. You're not interested in men, but you never had sex with a woman. Okay, so let me ask you something. How did you get the thought process that it's okay to like women? Okay, you say you never liked boys, but as a kid, you didn't like boys or girls. So where did you go to get the choice to say, I feel like liking girls? Because as a kid, you don't know what liking is or loving is. You just being a kid. But eventually, you develop a thought process on saying, I'm interested in this. So where did you get that thought process to say that you're interested in women?
What? What's that? In my last relationship. Today is Saturday.
Okay, in your last relationship. So you were in a relationship with a boy before. And what happened? If you don't, all right, okay, I get you. So your previous trauma experience that made you say, I don't want to deal with boys anymore, right? Okay, give me that Ephesians, right? You know what I want? So this is what I want you to understand, sis. A lot of things happen in our life, right? Especially at a young age. Me, myself, I understand a similar trauma of what you've gone through. We don't have to get all in details of things like that. But just because one situation happened to you, that doesn't mean that every other situation is going to turn out the same. I know there's actually on the news where there was a gay couple, a girl on girl, she got beat up by her own girlfriend.
Right.
And the girlfriend chased her down with a gun. So violence and things like that, trauma goes on both sides. It doesn't matter what you choose, but the thing is, you got to be able to stick with what God says. You say shaking your head, why you say you shake your head? Did you know that actually happened? Like that actual thing happened? Do you know that women beat up on women just as much as that?
Nine times. Cocoa police say 19-year-old Laniqua Bird shot 27-year-old Natika Lanier. Police say Bird's girlfriend, 21-year-old Anaya Thomas, told her to shoot the victim, who happens to be Thomas's ex-girlfriend. Shoot her, bae. Shoot her. Thomas orders Bird, according to the report.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Based off of one situation, you can't make that the all-in, end-all to say that every other situation with another man is going to be like that. Right? So this is what you got to do right here, sis, because when you hold on to something and you let it build and breed, it makes that resentment towards the thing that God said was good and make you choose things that's outside what God said.
Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 31. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you.
So God said you got to be able to let all that bitterness and hurt that you had with that previous relationship go. All the evil things that you probably think about men because of that one relationship that you had with that dude, God says you got to be able to let that all go. Reason why you got to let that all go is because God ordained male and female. You got what I want in Genesis. God ordained for you to be with a man.
Right.
Because do you love black people? Okay, so the officer was asking you a question, right? If you love black people and you're laying down with a woman, how are you going to be able to produce more black people?
Right. Bring it out.
You don't want kids. Okay, you don't want kids, right? Let's say if everybody started to develop your mindset to say that, hey, I want to lay down women. Let's say all black women say, I don't want to deal with men because of my previous relationship. How would the black race continue? It wouldn't, right?
Right.
So by you saying that I'm going to do something that's contrary to what is going to be for my people, you're showing that you actually hate your people.
Right.
Right.
That's a form of self-hatred and hatred for your own people, because if you choose to go against what God says and say that you're going to be dealing with women, and let me ask you something, are you only dealing with black women? Yeah. Okay, so you only deal with black women. So right. So what you're doing, you're teaching and you're pushing that on to where now you're starting the genocide of your own people.
Right.
Right? And if you say that you love black people, you should be able to think like that. Okay, let me find out ways to be able to go ahead and present a race. Because this way, give me that Romans chapter 1 verse, that Romans chapter 1 verse 26. So we're going to read that Romans chapter 1 verse 26. Because Jackie, the whole point of this is we want you to save your life because you believe in God. So he's asked you if you want to get to the kingdom of heaven, right? So do you think that there's rules in order for you to get to the kingdom of heaven? Huh, Jackie?
Would you say I'm sorry? My mom was so.
I got you. Do you believe that there is rules in order for you, Jackie, to enter into the kingdom of heaven? So what do you think the rules may be? There's a lot? Okay. Do you think that you, when you get married and you get married a woman, that God's going to take you and your wife in the kingdom of heaven? Okay. So you see how that's like a contradiction? You say you want to get the kingdom of heaven, but you understand that God is not going to let you in the kingdom of heaven if you're laying down with women or you're marrying a woman. So, which one would you rather have? Would you rather be able to lay down with a woman or the kingdom of heaven? The kingdom of heaven? Okay. All right, so now we can deal with you. All right, so if you want the kingdom of heaven, you got to be able to do these things right here. Read that.
Revelation chapter 22 and verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
So God said the people, Jackie, who are blessed are the ones that do his commandments. Right? So what do you know? So give me that in Leviticus chapter 18. So God said, blessed are they that do his commandments. When you're blessed, that means you have, finish it off, my bad.
For that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates and to the city.
So it says, the people who have right to enter into the kingdom of heaven are the ones that keep God's commandments, right? That's right. So you say you want the kingdom of heaven, right? Over being with women, right? So we're going to give you this commandment because you're going to have to start applying it, because the more that you go against what God says, the more you're saying that you don't want the kingdom of heaven. Right. Right? Read that.
Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
So the Bible says, and the Bible's written in a masculine tone, right? So, my brother right there. My brother right there. What's your name, bro?
What's your name? Miguel.
Miguel. This is my sister Jackie right here, right? So we're going over on how to get to the kingdom of heaven, right? Jackie said there's rules to get to the kingdom of heaven. Do you believe that too? That there's rules to get to the kingdom of heaven? Right, so Jackie said yes, so Miguel said yes. So right now we're reading one of the rules, Miguel. You tell me if you agree with this rule. Read that.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
So Miguel, God says that man is not supposed to lie with another man as with a woman. You agree with that rule? Okay, so the Bible's written in masculine tone, right? So it said man with man, but he's also talking about woman with woman. Right. So a commandment of God is that same-sex relationships is against God. Read that last part.
Right. It is abomination.
It is a disgusting thing to God. Right. So God said in order for you to get the kingdom of heaven, you cannot be in a same-sex relationship. You understand that, Jackie?
Yes.
All right, Jackie, you sound like you're all over here, you're over there, you're on the phone and everything. Okay. All right, so when she's your mom, she care about you. You know what I'm saying? You're 17. Your mom want to make sure that you're straight, right? Because at the end of the day, your mom cares about your well-being. How does your mom feel about you liking girls? She doesn't care? Well, there lies the issue. There lies the issue right there. Your mom should care about that. Right? Right? You shaking your head like, why shouldn't she care?
Why should she care?
Okay, why should she care? Your mom should care for it. Because if your mom said just didn't teach you to look both ways before you cross the street, would you just walk across the street and get hit by cars? Most likely, right? Well, you saying that now because you're 17, but when you like a 5-year-old kid, she don't tell you that. She had to teach you that first. You not knowing that as no 5-year-old kid that I need to wait to cross the street. As an adult, no. But as a kid, my son, I have a 6-year-old son. He runs straight around, don't care. He just be running. He's a 6-year-old. They're having fun. They're little kids. They don't think, I gotta watch out for this car until it's like, and you yell at him and say, hey, stop. And he's like, because they're kids. They don't know no better because you have to teach them. So your mom taught you, say, hey, make sure you look both ways when you cross the street so you don't get hit by a car. Don't put your hand on the stove because it's going to burn you. That's not something that you know already. You had to be taught those things.
Right.
So the reason why your mom would care because she want to teach you things to avoid punishment or to avoid you getting hurt. Right? Because you would want some mom care that you're for your well-being, right? She would want to know if you're safe, right, to do things to protect you, right? You would want that type of mom, right? So that's why she should care, and this is another reason why. Read that.
Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
So God says that when women lie down with women and men lie down with men, they have committed an abomination. It's disgusting to God. But this is what God said is the judgment or the punishment for doing and breaking his commandments. Because your mom, she has rules in her house. You live with your mama? Okay, she give you chores. Some of your chores, right? But when you grew up, she gave you chores. And what happens if you didn't do what she told you to do? She take your phone. She would put you in some type of punishment, right? So God is our Father. You agree? So if he's the Father of us and he has rules, don't you think that he has punishments for breaking his rules? So we're going to read a punishment for breaking one of his rules, which is going against having the marriage or the code they set up as far as man with woman. Right? Read that again from the top.
If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
So a man lying with a man and a woman lying with a woman is abomination, or meaning disgusting, according to God. God is unpleased with that. He hates it. Right? Read.
They shall surely be put to death.
God says he's gonna kill you if you continue to go down that lifestyle of being in that same-sex relationship. God said the judgment for that, or the punishment for that, is that he's going to kill you for it.
Right.
And you might think that, oh, everybody got to die. Everybody got to die, but God said he's going to kill you in the second death. They don't tell you about this in church, that the Lord is going to kill your flesh, but he's going to also take your soul and you're going to burn forever.
Right.
You're going to be burning in a lake of fire forever.
Right.
While everybody's in the kingdom of heaven, getting all riches and living a life where they don't have to worry about stress, bills, or people harming them, or being in relationships that cause trauma to them. They're going to be living happily and joyfully while you're going to be in a lake of fire and your soul burning forever.
Right.
All because you want to choose to be with a woman.
Right.
When God said that he made male and female.
Right.
That's what God ordained.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.